folks, this is Weatherman Sam, man of big green hat. I am here in Falls Mill, Tennessee, southern Tennessee, not far from Huntsville, Alabama, realistically. Look at this gorgeous waterfall and dam behind me, but the true highlight of this place is the 1873 Falls Mill itself. There is so much history here. So many different things that you can look at that I can't even begin to talk about in a little intro video. Okay, so this mill is alive. I will put it that way. You will understand it. Let's go see it.
Although primarily a cotton mill, the factory also processed wool. Fleeces from sheep were washed, then run through the mechanical picker. Here, the locks of hair were opened and different fleeces could be blended together. Once the wool was washed and picked, the next process was carding. Fiber was fed into the braided card. The wire-covered cylinders were combed and aligned the strands into a continuous roving. Next, it went into the finisher card, further blended and processed.
This is a dog-powered butter churn. The dog will sit up in that and went on the track and churn the butter. Or in this case, it also doubled as a washing machine.
Blacksmith shop is located in Martin. Demonstrations are given.
The textile history of this place. It shows some of the cotton and drum places
and is located in the National Historic District.
Grain elevator. Here's the grain in metal cups. See these cups racing by from the floor bin to the second floor to be cleaned. How cool is that? This is a hand-turned corn sheller. This corner here, spin this wheel. We'll process it. This is a fanning mill for grain cleaning. And a vertical stone grinding mill. This was built in 1948. Inside this fire extinguisher. That is crazy. This is a water-activated fire alarm that was used in the Badger Army ammunition plant in Wisconsin in World War II. It was connected to a sprinkler system. When the sprinklers were activated, water would spin in a small wheel inside the alarm, causing the bell to ring. This is the stone grist mill built in 1900.
That is so cool.
We're at the top of the water wheel on Factory Street here. This is one of the oldest and largest still operated in the United States. It is 32 feet. This is just wild. 1986 wool carding machine. We used in operation here between 1873 and 1906 to comb cotton and wool here for spinning in the yarn. This is the Chandler and Bryant's printing press that dates to 1904. I love anything about printmaking and that kind of thing. It's so cool to see. And they still use this. They use this to print. Look at all the little blocks and things. Oh, that's so cool. They use this to print product names and the recipes on the flour bags still that you can purchase here. Well, I just realized I told you about the wrong press. This is the Chandler Bryant printing press.
Patented in 1885. This model's from 1904. So you apply the ink to the top. The rollers are made of rubber. You'll transfer the ink to the type. Of course, you have the reverse image of what you're printing. But this locks down right in there, and that hook holds it in place. Then you take your bags, lay them in, engage it. It'll come up and strike the bag, pull it out, lay the next one in. But you have to get your fingers out at the time. This one will do 650 to 1,000 an hour.
Oh wow.
And then how much you have to re-ink it. And it can run off the water wheel or electricity, or you can hook up the pedal, then you're pedaling it, but you have 1 foot and 2 hands, so you have to be very coordinated. But this one, you can only do one color at a time on this one, where on the Washington press, you can do several colors. But if you've seen it operated before, you crank it out, and this one uses wooden type, and you roll the ink on, depending on what you want to do. This was the poster for our 150th anniversary this year. So you roll the ink on, then you lay a sheet of paper in, you actually put it in here, close it up, put some packing material in, crank it back under, and then very carefully pull the lever so it won't make the impression. But you never want to let go of the handle, because if you do, cast iron pieces start flying off, so you have to do that very carefully. I learned that the hard way with a group of 4th graders, and things started flying. And John said, "Oh, that's the first thing they teach you." He forgot to tell me. So, now it takes 2 people a minimum of 30 seconds to do one poster of this, where you have 650 an hour on that one. It's a big difference.
Yeah.
The rotary press was much faster. And of course, you have your type cabinet with your uppercase and lowercase, and each of your letters are going to be reversed when you put them in. So when you were putting the letter P or the letter Q, you always had to mind your P's and Q's to make sure you were putting them in correctly and backwards. So, like easy ease. So you have different sizes of type in each drawer.
It's really cool.
It took a lot.
Sometimes the grinding stones. Use the old Native Americans stone grinding stones that you find in the woods a lot, that I find. This is cool. Quern is a primitive hand grinding mill known in biblical times. Top stone is turned by its crank. The grain is fed to the center, and it falls out from the spout here in the side. And these are 2 millstones that they use here. Boom making machine. The corn is attached to the wooden handle and bound in layers. See that? You're wrapped up like that. Then the extra corn on the opposite sides are added last, forming the shoulders of the brooms.
We gotta block it out.
They ought to.
They really should. I mean, yeah, that's great. Do you have anybody else like that?
No, nothing. Well, we have several who have been coming for that long.
1929 Billion player piano. Gasoline powered irons. How about that? We're up in the country store now. So much to see here. It's the pressure canner. Bottle capper. These old school typewriters. Oh, those are nice. A Turkish shoe shine box. Spinning and weaving room. Foot pedaled power loom. It's out above me. Here's your ceiling fans. Connected by this series of motors, or pulleys, I'm sorry. It'll all be interconnected to check out the ceiling fan. This is a Snedeker and Carr. It's a reproduction of a Snedeker and Carr ceiling fan system developed in the 1870s. how unique is this? A belt-driven ceiling fan system. It's an 1850s barn loom, or 4-harness. We have pedals down here. See the craftsmanship in this. So cool. 1830s textile exhibit. Here's a wood turning lathe. I watch so many videos of these things these days. This is so interesting to me, fascinating. You can see the backside of the pulley system here. It's all interconnected. Wool carding machine powered by the water wheel itself. Spinning Jenny, the vertical spinning machine. Here you can see some of the wool. It's been carded. The wool goes to all the series of rollers on this example, and then comes out down here. It's called a slubbing billy. It took 2-foot-long slivers, pronounced slivers, of wool from the carding machines and twisted them in continuous rowings. You can see how it's all twisted up here. And this was called slubs. This is the only known machine of this kind to still be operating in the world. These are knitting machines. We'll go up to the 3rd floor. We still have, look at these dates, 1908, the old workers. It's the 1898 over there. When it was an original factory, there were stoves and chimneys in 3 corners of the building. These had sliding doors, and I think they were allowed to use to keep rid of heat, basically, from the chimney flues. So many dates here from, it was the 1885 there, 1898. This is the 3rd floor of the mill. And this was what was used for spinning yarn and thread between 1873 and 1906 because of all the heat involved with it. You needed this and the extra humidity to prevent thread breakage. So cool seeing all this. More moving belts. That's one thing about, I mean, this mill is just alive. There are belts everywhere. You gotta watch your head and watch your hat. I'll tell you that much. This is the corn cob and carriage house. This building was located across the road from the Rocky Street Stagecoach Inn near Aurora, Tennessee. And it built around the same time in the 1830s. This is a horse-drawn manure spreader. I don't think I've ever seen a horse-drawn manure spreader before. This is Colonel James Lewis's smokehouse. and it would have been built in the early 1800s. Blacksmith shop. Was constructed, well, it's new construction. But it's cool. They do demonstrations here and things with this, and you can buy products made from the forge here. If you're wanting to get it to the middle of nowhere, this is a bed and breakfast cabin that you can rent. I don't know how much the fees are. There's photos of the inside of it online, and while they don't really sell food or whatnot at the mill itself, they do provide you with a breakfast here. But if you're wanting just an out of the way place, this wouldn't be a bad spot for it. What a gorgeous little area.